still can't believe, I mean, I know it's literally here, but I still can't believe that we've got this shed. It's already making life so much easier. Years in the planning, we've finally got it up and got it going, and I feel incredibly lucky. We agreed early 2023 that we were going ahead with the build. Steel prices had come back a good bit, so that was encouraging. First digger arrived on site in May of 2023, and completion of the shed was end of October 2023. This shed is 220 foot long by 40 foot wide. Standard, pretty much cattle shed, Yorkshire boarding at the back, concrete panels on the back wall, open at one side. The plan wasn't to have self-catching head yokes to start with, but things changed. The head yokes are set to not lock at the moment, so by that I mean when the calf puts their head in, this obviously tilts over, and then you can see there's nothing at the top here to catch. If I spin this handle round, you see there's a gap now here, so when the calf puts their head through, that comes across, this little red bit drops down, and then they're held. Coming down to the planks of wood here, so here you can see we've got this catch. On this catch you flip it up, fold it down, and then we take the top timber out. This is then set up for feeding the sheep when the sheep come into this shed. It's very simple. We have already tried it with legs, as you can see here. She was our little demo sheep, and it seems to be working really well. There's two big water troughs at either end of the shed for the cattle. The sheep drinkers are going to be put in place once the calves come out. They'll be slightly different. Each divided section will have their own water bowl. Three internal gates here are just in for the cattle at the moment. They come to a slight V, you'll have noticed. That's just to make it a bit stronger because we don't have a post and a socket. We have two sheeted doors at either end of the shed. They both have two smaller doors within them. The plan was just to have one smaller door for lambing time. It would line up with the 2 rows of lambing pens that we're going to have, and you'd be able to run the sheep down the pass very simply. Another door, slightly bigger, was added in. We didn't really know about it, but actually it's been fantastic. It's made it really easy for putting the cattle in here, for instance. They were floated into this shed. So it made it really simple just to open that door, and then you could get them in that way, as opposed to having to open the huge big sheeted door. The floor is mostly hardcore. There is a 4-metre strip of concrete from the feed barriers out. This is because obviously the calves are going to be standing here feeding, so it's fine to have a hard surface for them to be feeding on. And also this shed in the summer is going to be used for sheep handling setup. So the tapari will come in here, the sheep will then run up this concrete base here around and into the tapari. So that's why we've done some hardcore, some concrete. We might do the whole shed with concrete in the future, but at the moment that's what we've done. We also have concrete around the water troughs because obviously, again, that's where they're going to stand. So just put out the breakfast for the newly weaned calves. This is the first year that we've been able to use a TMR, so that's a total mixed ration. Because the shed that these calves used to be in before, you couldn't get in with the mixer wagon. So we used to just have to give them silage, and then we had an auger bucket where you'd go along, drive along, pour out the barley out the auger bucket, and then they would get their protein on top of that. So now, because this shed has got fantastic access along the front, we can now mix all the barley, the protein and the silage into one ration, which should hopefully make it much better for them. Ad libs to get access all day, all the time. finishing part 1 of our new shed. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like below and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.